your CIGTV News Update. I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us. Today was the second day of the third sitting of the Legislative Assembly, and it was a full agenda. Members presented papers and reports, and questions were asked of honorable ministers and members of cabinet. Now, a number of bills were brought before the House on Wednesday. Our CIGTV crew heard from Minister of Commerce, Planning and Infrastructure, the Honorable Joseph Hugh.
Majority of the afternoon was a government bill brought by my ministry to remove some of the red tape in the trade and business license application and to allow for the movement of information within government agencies to the DCI unit. The objective of this bill was to make it easier for Caymanians in particular to start new businesses as well as renew their trade and business licenses, and to encourage growth and strong development within the industry and within the economy. We recognize very much that small business is a core of an economy. It's businesses that hire locals, that keep the money local, that keeps the money circulating through the center of our economy. And so we wanted to do everything we can to help them succeed and continue to grow their businesses. The second aspect of the bill was to introduce the ability for the movement of information between departments. This is all part of our gearing up towards launching our e-government application process in June of this year.
Georgetown Central MLA Mr. Kenneth Bryan tells us more about a private member's motion that he also is bringing.
Well, one of the motions that I'm bringing to the Legislative Assembly is for the pension law to allow Caymanians to withdraw up to $100,000 for them to pay off their mortgages. Currently, right now, the law allows up to $35,000. But what I've found amongst many Caymanians that are facing foreclosure are persons who just want to get that bill out of the way, because it's the highest bill for the average person is their mortgage, is that $35,000 may not necessarily meet the limit. Some people, you know, if they lose their job and they have $60,000 left in their mortgage and they have more than that in their pension, won't have access to it because the law only allows $35,000. I think that if we want to protect Caymanians in the event of a foreclosure, ideally, to be honest with you, should be unlimited. If you have in your pension, use it to pay off the house. You have an asset now that you no longer need to worry about a roof over your head. Obviously, the longer you pay a pension, the longer you pay a mortgage, you have interest rates you got to pay on, and the numbers go on. This bill, this motion will assist many Caymanians, particularly because we've heard so many times that the pension interest numbers are not doing so well. Pensions are not doing good. People putting money in and losing on it, and the fees that are associated with it is just not as great as it once was. So why not invest that money from a pension standpoint back into your home? At the end of the day, the pension is a savings account for the future. You're going to need a home in the future, so why not allow it to be paid off?
Now, the third sitting of the Legislative Assembly continues on Friday morning. In other news, staff of Hazard Management Cayman Islands carried out their annual tsunami exercise on Thursday morning. Also involved were the local press and key government agencies. Titled Carib Wave 18, the simulated plan included a warning and watch situation throughout the Caribbean. The goal of the annual exercise is to look at local tsunami response plans and communication strategies, as well as to increase preparedness and improve regional coordination. Now, the simulated warning came just after 9 this morning for the 3 Cayman Islands. In a real-life situation, though, messages would immediately be sent out to residents to immediately move inland away from the shore and head for higher ground. Residents would also be encouraged to evacuate to upper floors of stronger buildings. Owners of boats and other vessels would be asked to move them into deeper water offshore, and of course to stay tuned to radios for updates. Swimmers and sunbathers would also be asked to leave the shore. Well, several hours later, the all clear was given, ending the tsunami exercise. Well, finally, residents from the outer districts were invited to a meeting on the nonprofit organization law earlier this week. Director of the General Registry's Compliance Unit, Paul Ennis, reminds us that charities have certain responsibilities under the law. As you just heard, those involved in nonprofit organizations learned all they need to know about the specific law. Hosted by the Ministry of Financial Services, and the 2-hour information session took place at the East End United Church Hall. Again, the focus of discussion was on organizations that solicit funds from the public for charitable causes, such as churches, sports clubs, and humanitarian groups. Well, if you missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands government Facebook page as well as the CIG Television YouTube channel. For now, I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us, hoping you'll do the same again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.